Welcome back to Shayba Arena, where it is the final day of preliminary round duty. And while the USA and Canada have locked up spots in the medal round of this ice sledge hockey Paralympic tournament, there are still 5 teams fighting for the remaining 2 spots in the medal round, and one of them is playing today. It is the Koreans. They surprised the host Russians with a dramatic shootout win on opening night. So Korea must now win, beat the Italians, pick up the full 3 points in this game that's going on. Here is the overall standings in Group B. You see how it's developing, the U.S. and the Russian Federation. But Korea could leapfrog Russia with a win. 3 points would make it 5-4. And if the Russians do not beat the U.S., in that case, the Koreans would advance, and the Russians on home soil would feel the bitter disappointment. Meantime, the Italian team really has nothing to play for except for pride. They've been thoroughly outplayed in both of their games so far. It has been a real disappointment for that very, very proud country. Teams gathering around their goaltenders, which is the norm before every game, trying to put something together. There is Korea, knowing what they need to do. It's 3 points or nothing. The Italians, you see their goalie to the left, Santino Stiletano. He has been peppered under a deluge of shots. He said after the game that they expected it would be difficult facing the United States and Russia in their first 2 games, and it was indeed. Now a chance to see how they measure up against the Koreans, and a chance to play spoiler a little bit, ruin Korea's chances of advancing to the medal round. A little bit about sledge hockey. The sport's Spartan beginnings came at a rehabilitation center in Stockholm, Sweden some 50 years ago. A resilient and talented group of Swedes, hardly deterred in any way by their physical impairments, wanted to keep playing a sport near and dear to them. So sledge hockey was born. Now it's played at the highest levels in nearly 20 countries and around the world. Every 4 years, the best of the best gather to celebrate their tireless dedication, awe-inspiring talent, and chase that fairy tale ending and that elusive but oh so coveted Olympic gold. Fast-paced, very physical game, drawing new participants and fresh fan bases around the world. One of the biggest attractions for spectators at these Paralympic Winter Games. More than 25% of all the athletes at these Sochi Paralympics are part of what promises to be a tense, exciting, and dramatic hockey tournament. It's Olympic hockey for those with impairment to limbs in the lower part of their body, some born with impairments, others, including many from the military, have lost limbs in battle or in accident. And those former able-bodied athletes have found refuge, new hope, and lasting friendships here at the highest levels of the sport. Now, you know, the rules essentially the same as able-bodied hockey. Teams have 15 eligible players. They play 15-minute periods as opposed to the 20 at the Olympic level. 6 per side on the ice at the same time, including goalies. Biggest difference between this and stand-up hockey, the equipment. Players sit and ride on very maneuverable sleds, or sledges as they're called internationally, attached with 2 skate blades. From the sitting position, these amazing athletes control their speed and maneuver their sledges, stick handle, pass and shoot the puck, all with small sticks, both hands. Incredible dexterity. Tiny teeth allows them to grip the ice, as you'll see them try to pick up speed as they pursue the puck and pursue the other team. But the curved sticks are used in the other hand for passing and shooting, and the best can really fire the puck upwards of 80 miles an hour and beyond. So we're getting ready to go here. It's drizzling outside, a bit dreary, but not at all the case inside Shayba Arena, which means puck, and they're about to drop it. Underway here in the first game of the final day of the preliminary round. Again, Korea in red needs to win. They need 3 points to have a chance to advance to the medal round. Then they'd sit back and cheer for the United States, who will face the Russians later on in this, the final day of the preliminary round. But Italy trying to play spoiler, and look who's walking in. It's Gianluigi Rosa, one of the best defenders in the world, unable to get a shot off. Italians chase into the corner. We've seen the Italians play solid first periods in both their first two games, but just seem to have wilted under intense pressure from the Russians and then the United States teams. And at the end, the scores were not pretty. 7-0 and 5-1, the losses to Russia and the U.S. respectively. Korea trying to break out, and you know, as in any sport, a good start is always what the coaches and players want, especially a game with a lot on the line. If you're the Korean team, you know that if you can jump out, get a quick goal, maybe two, you're going to really test the resolve of an Italian team that has very little to play for. So that would be the emphasis early on for the team in red. Forecheck, get every loose puck, turn it around, attack, and get it into the hands of your best players, which in this case, in this tournament, has been number 68, Min-Soo Han. He scored the first and then the game-winning goal in the huge first round upset of the Russians that went through a shootout. Battle on the boards as the Koreans keep it in, set up well. And it's scaled out, and now a little bit of a chase for it. 88 Park on it, up against two of his Italian opponents. You see the dexterity of these players, both hands handling the puck. It's particularly evident in a shooting opportunity when someone comes in, say, alone on the goalie, or definitely in shootouts when they have all kinds of time to maneuver the hands back and forth and try to surprise the goalie with one hand or the other. It's that bit of deception that often ends up finding the back of the net. So, Koreans set up nicely. Marquee trying to pin it up against the corner with Han. The man I talked about, who was the hero of game one. Oh, an opportunity right away. They're set up, and there's another tremendous save by the Italian goalie, who, despite giving up many goals, this is now the backup getting the work, but in the first two games, Santino Stilitano, the starting Italian keeper, was excellent, even though the numbers might not show it. That is the backup, Gabriel Alrado, and he certainly is picking up right where his teammate, the starter Stilitano, started off. So Arade denies the Koreans an early scoring chance. And now the puck is drifted all the way down. Will it reach icing? Wave off the icing, and here come the Koreans again. The forecheck from Gianluigi Rosa, who's a defenseman all the way down, and you'll enjoy watching him play here in this game. He's so talented. He can skate well. He's a tremendous handler of the puck. They count on him to score. They count on him to kill penalties. They count on him to be on the power play. Gianluigi Rosa, one of the up-and-coming players in all of the world. And now an opportunity as the Italians push it deep into Korean territory. Out in front, steered wide. And the Koreans sensing an opportunity. Tried to jump it up to take advantage. That was 26 trying to get out there. Jun Kim. Team averages 38 years of age, the Koreans, and the experience, we'll call it, has served them well in the game with the Russians, down 2-0. They did not wilt, they did not panic. They quickly rallied to tie it up, and the rest is history, and has put the Russians on the brink of a very difficult situation on their home ice in their very first Paralympic ice sledge hockey experience. Koreans set up very nicely, puck going all around, and just like that, you see how easily a scoring chance is denied if the passing isn't pinpoint. What a play by Rosa. Gianluigi poke checks and sends it back. Leperdi now on the puck for the Italians, doing battle right there up against the boards. Leperdi again winning that battle. So much of this game is just about winning individual battles in the corner or in the middle of the ice. It's a frozen puck on ice, and who knows where it's going to bounce most of the time. So it's just hard, diligent effort that often ends up coming out of these scrums with the puck. Now the Italians have a shot here. Balasetti sends in his teammate. Park now, and the Koreans regrouping again. And once again, Sung Kwon Jung, one of their star players. Jung was the flag bearer at opening ceremonies. What an emotional time that was for him. He's the fastest man on earth in this sport, widely recognized as such, and you get an opportunity, perhaps in the power play or as the ice opens up, to see number 14 in red. There he goes. Really turn on the jets and make it very difficult on the defense. But there, the mishandle gets back onto the stick of Jung, cycling and circling, and tries to bounce it off the wall to a teammate, but it's the Italians who come away. And there on the back check is number 90 Wu doing his job. Oh, the breakaway, it's a steal, a shot, and a save! What a save there by the Korean goalie. The large and in charge man, number 31, Man Gun-yu, who is not bashful in saying, I am the best goalie in the world, and he looked like it on that one. My goodness. It looked like a harmless battle center ice. The Italians had a chance to walk right in, but Yu was equal. You see right there, and here comes Florian Planker, one of their best scorers. But Yu is a very big man. He just kept his ground, reacted quickly, denying the point-blank range. So the early advantage to the Italians. They had a wonderful scoring chance, but that man Yu says, not yet. You will not score just yet. Again, the Koreans with a decent chance of advancing to the medal round. They need to win this, pick up the full 3 points, and then cheer hard for a United States victory over Russia later on in Shayba Arena. Planker setting up Winkler. He tried a little bit of a wraparound to no avail, and another quick shot doesn't get through. These defenders have been solid throughout this Paralympic ice sledge hockey tournament. Coming back often to thwart the opposition when they looked like they had numbers in on the Korean goalie. See the crowd. This has been a well-attended event. The Russia-Korea game, the first night had close to 5,000, and then the second night when the Russians had to have the win and they beat this Italian team 7-0 in a thoroughly dominating performance, they had again over 4,000 in Shayba Arena. Loud crowd, very appreciative of the efforts of all the players. Winkler and Chow. Chow controlling, trying to see what he can see, but Planker comes away and could have a shot. He has a rifle. Oh, he lifts it! But it was not heading to the goal. It was just a little bit wide. But you see another method in the goal-scoring opportunities. You can go low, you can go along the ice, you can try to just fire a rocket past the goalie, and in that case, he just tried to lift it ever so lightly up and over Yu, because the big man is a good goalie. He's not a swift mover in net for the Koreans. Energy and a little bit more jump, but it is the Italians who've had the two scoring chances. ticking down to 5 minutes left in the first period. And the Italians on the doorstep. That's Leopardi doing some hard work behind the net. Set up, and the shot is a goal! Oh, you have to credit the competitive nature of this Italian team, a proud team. Even though they are out and playing for nothing, you can tell they would like nothing better than to spoil the Koreans' chances. And the goal is scored by Italy's number 18, Andrea Macri, off the pretty setup from his teammate, Gregory Leopardi, who has done a lot of good work here in the first period. So not at all the way Korea wanted to start off. They've now trailed in each of their first 3 games. Again, the Russian game stands out because they were down 2-0 late in the second period and got back into it thanks to a penalty on the Russians and a quick late second period power play for Korea. Then the Koreans took advantage of another Russian mistake, scored a power play early in the third period, then went to penalty shots after the 5-minute overtime, and Korea won that. So they're just double checking. Want to make sure it wasn't kicked in or there was nothing untoward. He should come out and point. And that is a goal for the Italians. So right away, something to play for Italy. Korea is a solid team that would be a very difficult foe in any medal round just because of their experience and the way they play. They're a defense-first team with a very talented man in the net there, number 31, and that was not his fault. That was a point-blank shot with numbers in front of him by the Italians. And now Jung turns it back to his teammate up the board. And Italy dumps it back in. Now the next goal becomes even more important because with this tremendous talent in goal for Korea, Mr. Yu, you want to give him a chance. You want to try to get him even a 1-goal lead. He will become better. The closer the game, the better Yu becomes. And the icing faced down by Han there, the hero of game 1. Scored the first goal late in period number 2 to get them on the board, to give the Koreans life, and then scored the last game-winning goal in the shootout. There you see right in front, Leopardi doing good work, checking, sets it up with the left-handed delivery, and Macri, not one of the Italian big goal scorers, managed to get it past Yu. That's somewhat of a cheapest shot, advanced by Cho. But again, you see Korea appearing to have numbers and appearing to be very well positioned. Cho wraps it back around, and another shot that's way wide. That was Park. Nice little spinorama by Jong. Let's see what happens right here. The setup. Now they're set up well, and oh, shot that was giving the backup keeper for Italy, Gabriel Arado, all kinds of trouble. Fortunately for him, it sailed wide of the net. It might have beat him. Now a chance to clean up a little bit of some of the debris around each of the goalies' offices. We take a little bit of a break here for the players, a chance to rest up. We're late in the period, and the game summary, pretty simple. 9:55, Macri from Leopardi, and Italy leads this 1-0. Again, there's so much riding on this for Korea, and for Italy, really nothing more than pride. They're not advancing to the medal round. You see the Koreans' results. The incredible win in overtime, the shootout over the Russians, and then they said perhaps it took too much out of them, because when they came back to play the next night against the United States, they had very little left. Italy, you see the numbers. Again, they knew coming into this tournament they were going to play two of the top three teams in the Paralympic ice sledge hockey tournament. The other one, of course, being Canada. They are running roughshod through the A group. They have earned a spot in the medal round already as well. As I said at the top, the U.S. and Canada already into medal play. It's just what's left is just positioning, whether they are one or two. Well, I believe Canada has clinched one in the A group. There are 5 other teams battling for the other 2 spots to advance to the medal round. Those 5 would be Russia, Korea, the Czech Republic, Norway, we have a penalty, first one of the game. Coach Kim cannot be happy with that. A little bit of confusion on the ice. There is no penalty. They're still at even strength. No power plays as yet. Opportunity in front for Korea. And they're doing work behind the Italian net. A big hit there. Ice, the puck successfully flipped clear. And now Italy on the breakout. 2.5 to go in period number 1. Very entertaining. The icing is called. Italy is the reigning European champion off of their performance in 2011. And thanks to a little home cooking, they qualified for Sochi with the second place finish at the qualification tournament in Torino. They were 7th at the last Paralympic Winter Games in Vancouver. And with that schedule to open up, U.S. and Russia, a very tough start for Italy. Knew they would have had to get lucky to have a chance to be playing today for a spot in the medal round. Ticking down closer to 2 minutes left in period number 1. And if Korea is going to find its way into the medal round, they're going to have to rally here. They have to have the 3 points. A chance in front. The official has blown his whistle. Not sure whether he would have allowed the play to continue, but as soon as it was touched, he blew his whistle, and now I believe we will see the first penalty. Indeed. It is Macri, the goal scorer, the Italian goal scorer, Andrea Macri, will go off 2 minutes for roughing with just under 2 minutes left in the first period. So, an opportunity for Korea to get back in it, and this is how they built the incredible comeback win over Russia. Power play goals late in period number 1 and period number 2. Correction. Power play goals late in period number 2 and early in period number 3 tied it up at 2. And then after the 5-minute overtime, they went to penalty shots, and Korea survived there. So Macri, the good and the bad, the goal scorer going in 2 minutes for roughing. Maybe a play he felt he had to make in front of his own keeper to prevent a better scoring chance for Korea. But we'll see how the men in red handle this situation. Up a man, down a goal. Win the face-off, Jung keeps it in. And it's sent all the way down. That'll eat up about 15 or 20 seconds. Anytime you can scale the puck all the way down, you see the Korean power play pretty efficient. In a tournament this big, when you can score on 1/3 of your power plays, They're going to be in good shape. And oh, here comes Han, their big hero. Oh, on the pass, perhaps he was a little bit too generous. He had a walk-in shot, and the way he has been shooting the puck, you would have thought he might want to take the shot. And here he is. He'll shoot it now. But the save from the backup keeper by Italy. Arado just stood his ground. Combination of helmet, shoulder, and I think he got his mitt on that too. Great setup for Min-Soo Han, who again scored the first goal and then the game-winning goal against Russia. He had a great opportunity there. Now, you see the time? 40 seconds left in the power play and just about that left in the period. Koreans with one final chance. It's around the back of the Italian goal. 25 seconds and counting. See the Italians working hard to try to stay ahead and keep the Koreans off. And that should just about do it. Scaling it all the way down. You see the clock winding down. End of the period. End of the power play. So Italy, on the strength of a goal from Andrea Macri at 9:55, takes a 1-0 lead over Korea in a game that is so important for the Korean nation. They need to win and get 3 points and then hope the U.S. beats Russia. If that were to happen, Korea would get the second spot in the medal round in Group B. So here we go. Plenty of hockey left here in the final preliminary round day at Shayba Arena. 1-0 Italy over Korea, and they go in feeling pretty good. This is a very, very good team, very experienced team. A lot of veteran ice sledge hockey players on that Italian team, and give them a lead, and they're going to be very difficult to chase down and catch and beat. So you see the fans in red, white, and green enjoying this, and the Koreans, based on what they've seen from this ice sledge hockey Paralympic gathering already, they know the Koreans can come back. They know their men can get right back in this and put pressure on the Russians to win or not make the medal round. So that's it after period number 1 from Shayba Arena in Sochi. It is Italy, surprisingly, leading it 1-0. And we'll be back after a little while. First period numbers for you. Italy, by the strength of the goal from Marquee, has the lead. Remember, as we've been talking about right throughout, pressure's on Korea, but it's also the opportunity. They've had 4 shots on Italy's backup keeper, Gabriele Arado. They need 3 points, which for the moment would hurdle them above Russia into the second spot in Group B. On this, the final day of preliminary round play. Then, depending on what happens in the Russia-US game, Korea will watch with tremendous excitement. See, just one power play. The Italians had it, and it led to nothing. Face-offs heavily in favor of Korea. But if Korea wins, they would momentarily jump ahead of the Russians into the second spot in Group B. Of course, Russia has to play the U.S. later on in the final Group B pairing. And I'll continue that story after we show you some of the best of period number 1. You saw the big save there at the end of the period, near the end of the period, by the Italian backup keeper Arado, denying Korea's Min Soo Han, who has been one of the heroes of their Sochi Paralympic ice sledge hockey tournament with the 2 goals in their inspiring win over Russia in a shootout in the first game of the tournament. So now, there's Andrea Chiarati, flag bearer for the Italian team in opening ceremony, having a word with the official. There is Jung, among the fastest, if not the fastest, ice sledge hockey player on earth. And hopefully you'll be able to see him flash the speed as he did against the U.S. opportunity after opportunity, where we saw him in the last game just really pressure the American defense with his ability to get right up on them quickly, especially in center ice in the middle of the rink when there's no pressure, nobody to check him. It's a sight to behold to see Sung Hwan Hyun on the go. We'll start out with Marquee in the penalty box for what I believe is 1 minute, 1 second. We'll check that. It might be very brief time. Shots on goal, 3 for Italy, 4 for Korea. And away we go. We'll very quickly see Mock rejoin the play, and the penalty will be gone. Underway, period 2 at Shayba Arena in Sochi. Here's Jung coming on in, has some room. Watch him let it go. He rips it. Oh, and it just fired wide. Arado had the goal covered, and Jung put it too wide. Even strength now. And here comes Gianluigi Rosa. On his way in, had a teammate set up, Leperti, and it's taken away. Oh, Leperti looks like he's hurt. He's down. Actually, it was his own man, Gianluigi Rosa, who took the puck away from Leperti as Yu gives out some instructions to his team in front of him. There you see the collision, and it looked like Rosa, his sledge, may have gotten a piece of Leperti. Off deep in Korea's zone. And here we go, quick shot! And an opportunity for a rebound denied. Great checking right in front of the goalkeeper. One of his defenders locked up the free stick of the Italian player who was about to get a rebound shot on Yu, the goalie. Unable to get anything going because of the great checking in front. The initial shot left the rebound. There was no follow because the Korean defender didn't catch his number there in the maze of bodies. But again, great work in front of the goalie. The Italians, a dangerous team with a lead, a very veteran group. And a lot of ability here. They've been blown out of their 2 games, but it's a team that can beat you if you're not ready and you give them opportunities. And maybe the Koreans are feeling a little bit of nerves because they know they had to get 3 points. They have to win to have a chance to advance to the medal round. Oh, unable to be kept in. And now the Korean defender Cho catches up. Takes a big hit behind his own goal. And now the Koreans break back the other way. This is Jang circling. Leaves it there for Lee in front. Pokes it. Where is it? You'll notice the referee will not blow the whistle until he absolutely loses sight of the puck or sees that the puck is trapped. See the hit there. Florian Planker takes out his man, and you see that, oh, sometimes those are tricky and they can end up squeezing through and leaving a big fat rebound that's easily put home. But Man Jun-yu doing a good job controlling that. Crowd. We have just seen crowds really enjoying this, whether they're here to cheer on family and friends on the ice or it's their first experience. They have thoroughly enjoyed this. Chance for Korea. Oh, and they go high on Arado, and he is ready for that. Maybe they better start trying low because he has handled everything up high. Sometimes teams come in with a scouting report, even though he's a backup. They know so much about the opposition's every player. See that? Up. That's a save. That's number 90 just letting it go. That may have found the top if not for the work of Arado in goal. Number 90, Wu, the defenseman, showing he can rip the puck from just top of the circle. Again, another chance. Han lets it go, firing it high and wide. The Koreans look to be in better form here in the second period. They have owned play here so far. Rosa takes the hit. Now Han gathering it, circling, sends it up the boards. Big hit there on number 90, Wu, and back come the Italians. Scaled behind the Korean goal. Wu has it, sends it back. Jung trying to clear it. Rosa giving chase. Now Jung has it. Oh, it's left there, a little bit of a giveaway, and Jung gathers it up. Circles a couple of times. And back come the men in red. Here comes Jung. He's walking in. He may have a chance at a shot. Oh, he left it, but there's a teammate. Han right in front. And Arado says, no more. I will freeze play right there. No sense in trying to steer it to the side to your teammates. Sometimes that can lead to a mishandling of the puck and an easy goal. So Jung, none too pleased with how things worked out there. Florian Planker, another one of Italy's top players, heroes in the face-off. You see the stick handling makes it hard for teams to know who has the puck and where he has it. Cavalieri behind his own zone, double teamed by the Koreans. Now triple teamed, it's 3-on-1 on the forecheck. And Korea just sending bodies after the puck. They want to apply the pressure, hope for a turnover, and maybe put one past Italy's backup keeper, Arado. Oh, and the misplay is sent back harmlessly into center ice. Oh, and almost a giveaway. What a play there by Winkler, who anticipated the lead, almost picked it clean and would have walked in alone, and here's another chance. Korean defense very, very loose with the puck in their own zone. But so far, they have not been burned. Now an offside. Oh, that was close. Winkler read the play as the two Koreans were working together, coming up center ice in their own zone. It appeared as if it was, they were trying to make a little bit of a deft handoff, and it wasn't completed. Only one of the two Koreans was aware of what was going on. Winkler, the Italian, was aware. He just wasn't able to quite reach it because he would have had a free shot. Might have been able to make it 2-0. See the hitting. Palacetti going down. Garoto. Coach Kim, the master, communicating with his team, trying different ways to get a little bit more out of every one of his players, especially now, down a goal. So much on the line for this Korean team. If they can manage to come back and finish on top, get 3 points, it would be heavy pressure on Russia as they face a dominant U.S. team in the final Group B play later today in Sochi. At this point, a Korea loss would lock up a spot in the medal round for Russia, and all that would be on the line in the Russia-USA game would be positioning. Whoever finishes on top in Group B has the big reward of avoiding a very, very strong Canadian team in the first round of the medal round. In the crossover format, one in Group B would play 2 in Group A, and vice versa. Canada, a strong and powerful 1 in Group A, would play either the US or Russia or possibly Korea. Shot and a save. Oh, it was just that quick, and now another chance. It was just that quick. But the Koreans had a puck whistling toward the Italian goal. But the goalkeeper, Arado, making the stop. And you'll see just off the face-off, it's that quick. That's how important a face-off is. Look at this. Wow. Unloaded. Looked like it was number 90, Chul Park-woo. And Makri, uh-oh. 1 goal, 2 penalties. This is holding. So he puts his team down a man for 2 minutes. Chance on the power play early, but here come the Italians. It is 2-on-1. Rasa trying to get back to it. Oh, but a great job on the back check by Italy's number 20, Igor Stella. The Koreans' number 20, Dong Shin-young. Relentless in pursuit. And there was a golden opportunity for the Italians to get one shorthanded. Now, Korea set up very, very well. Deft puck maneuverability. Gianluigi Rosa behind his own goal. Bounces it high off the wall, kept in. This is the stuff that goals are made of. Let's see what the whistle is. Yes, that man did tremendous work. Minute left. And the Korean power play, and you can see Italy's penalty killing not great. Puck is left there and dumped back out. Koreans desperately in need of the equalizer here. Oh, it's set up, it's dumped back, and Leperti's in there with Florian Plonker. It's a 2-on-1. He lets it go, and the save made calmly. By the Korean keeper. And it's their big man in goal, Man Jun-yu. Six seconds left on the power play. Koreans so far unable to put much together. Now some wide open spaces. And Gianluigi Rosa. Very, very sharp. Great anticipation. Takes the puck and dumps it back, and that killed another 10 or 15 seconds. Looks like an offsides, and the penalty has just about expired. 1 second left. Up to check individual ice time so far. So for Korea, Young-jae Cho has logged 10 minutes. Jung has logged 12, the 2 leaders, and then others Cho and Lee each with 11 minutes. For the Italians, The likely suspects, Florian Plonker, Gianluigi Rosa, Werner Winkler, and Gianluca Cavaliere, all up above 11 minutes. Even strength now, just about halfway through period number 2. Vino comes away with it. Sends Leperti in. But again, number 20, Song Shin-jung, helping out. Koreans trying to break out. It's dumped behind their goal. And now the chase begins. The forecheck for the Italians. And the interception. Leperti going up against 2 Koreans. Oh, and it was a great chance. Unable to make that play complete. The time that Coach Kim is concerned. This is a team that has it all to play in front of them. A reasonable chance that the U.S. will beat Russia. But if Korea can't get 3 points in this game, it doesn't matter. And that subtle pressure mounts with every tick of the clock as now we get down toward the end of the second period. That 1-0 lead looms larger and larger for Italy. Korea's Coach Kim says teamwork is probably our biggest strength because we've been working together in training such a long time with the same lineup. He brought up an interesting point the other day in speaking during a training session. The added pressure of showing well here as part of the build-up to the 2018 Paralympic Winter Games in Pyeongchang. Since we have to compete in our motherland, our fellow Koreans are expecting a lot from us. That is why we feel a high level of pressure. We are supposed to do a good job. Maybe pressure is a part of this situation now. They had a miraculous come from behind win against the Russians. Played solid, but lost to a better United States team. And now, in the game, they have to win to put immense pressure on Russia later. A win that could put Korea into the medal round. They're struggling. Not making a whole lot happen. Not putting a lot of pressure on Italy's backup goalie, Gabriel Araujo. He's only faced 6 shots. The Koreans have 6 shots, 6 each. Scaled out behind the Korean goal. Florian Plonker walks in, trying to put some pressure on the Italian defenders, or on the Korean defenders. Now, some numbers. Oh, the pass goes behind. There's so much frustration in this game of hockey. So many near misses on plays. You got to keep grinding and keep playing. So many passes that almost go through, just are deflected away or just drift wide of their intended target. That's what makes the pretty goals that much more memorable. It's when 2 or 3 passes connect. See the hit. Oh, that looked like a difficult push into the wall. Radice. Like he almost pretty close to a boarding call as he ran his man into the wall, but no call. This is the first of 4 last games of the preliminary round in A and B. And here you see the head first. Park goes in, not as bad as I first thought. His The end of his sledge absorbed much of the blow there. He didn't go head first. No call. Still ahead today. You have Russia, US, you have Canada, Czech Republic, and Norway, Sweden. That would wrap up the preliminary round. You take the two teams with the most points from Group A and Group B, and there are your medal round participants. Jung, stick handling. Taken away, but he wins it back. There's a chance in front for Jung, and a save! Oh, what a spectacular bit of work in front by Arado. There was not a lot of defending in front of him, but Gabriel Arado now in goal in place of Italy's starter Santino Stilitano, and Arado has become a story here. That the best of several saves, point blank. Korea's best player, Sung-Hwan Jung, let it rip, but it was denied. And we work under 4 minutes to go in period number 2. Jung has it, knocked away. Here come the Italians now. Sent in. Oh, and it's left, big rebound. Yu made the save off the original shot from Makri, who was going for a second goal. And a big, juicy rebound left there, but there was no Italian there to poke it in. And here come the Koreans now. Great back checking by the Italian defenders. Yeah, and a turnover and a chance. Chance denied. Italy, whoa, a little bit of a fear there. Italian lobbed it high and almost went over and in. We're under 3 minutes for the second period. Big hit against the wall. Let's see who comes away with it. Gianluigi, no, that's Florian Planker. Koreans trying to mount an attack, get something going, and when they have had a chance, like we saw moments ago, Arado, the backup keeper, just kept the puck out of his net. Deft stick handling from Rosa, sends Winkler in, and here's a chance off the mishandle. Zhang left it there, and now through the second period. You see what happened in the second period, scoreless. Italy having the better play as far as the shots. Korea, 2 chances on the power play, unable to convert, and that could come back to haunt as, again, they need to win. They need the 3 points to put themselves in position to advance into the medal round should Russia lose to the U.S. later here at Shayba Arena in the final day of the preliminary round. Shots on goal, fairly even. The one that got through for Italy from Andrea Macri. 10:55 of the first period. The one and only goal. For the game, you see the one and only. Shots 8-7. Penalties. Koreans have done a good job of staying out of the penalty box, not giving Italy any extra chances. But while Italy has been in the penalty box, Korea has not been able to take advantage. Here's some of the best work that you've seen from periods 1 and 2. Quite a brilliant image there, those highlights showing every bit of the emotion, the frustration, the elation that comes practically on every shift in this most beautiful and frustrating game where, again, you're a very small fraction away from having a beautiful play lead to a goal or the puck just float harmlessly off your stick. Now there's Winkler by this Italian team. Yeah, that face to the right sums it up. There's concern and anxiety as they knew coming in. A good, solid performance against a team that appeared to be ripe for the taking. The Italians have not played well. Outscored 12-1 in 2 losses to the U.S. and Russia, but it's a different team. They changed goalies. Stilicano, not the reason they lost. They played well in the first 2 games, but they went with the backup, Gabriel Arado, and he's been phenomenal. Not much to tell between the 2 teams. Just a goal by Andrea Macri from teammate Laperdi, 2/3 of the way through period 1, and that's it. 1-0. What happens in the final 15 or more? Can that man, keep his team in it? Will 1 goal be enough for Italy? We'll have answers over the next 15 minutes, and again, maybe more. again, to set the tone for you, to give you exactly how important this is for Korea. If they win, they come back and win this game, they'll have 5 points, which will leap them ahead of Russia into second place in Group B. Russia right now with 4 points. Of course, Russia still has the U.S. to play later in the final Group B battle. If the Koreans win, it would put the pressure on Russia to win as well. They would have to win to pass Korea again and make the medal round. The U.S. has already made the medal round. It's just a question of whether they finish first or second, depending on the outcome of the game with Russia. And an early opportunity. Gianluigi Rosa skates in front of his own zone and clears it. Back in. First few minutes I always find so interesting in the periods. It sets the tone oftentimes. And you know that if Italy can avoid giving one up and maybe get another one, Gianluigi Rosa left it for his teammate that was not there, and back come the Koreans. Maybe they have something brewing. Keep an eye on 14. That's Jung, the fastest ice sledge hockey player on earth, many call him. Rosa sends it out. Again, early stages of a period. Sometimes if one of the teams isn't quite ready, quite dialed in out of the locker room, the other team can put a couple passes together and get a goal. If that happens for Italy, it will be serious desperation time for Korea. They'll have to pretty much just load up and start attacking and forget playing any kind of a defensive style. Now, Korea scores, then momentum shifts back to them, and they continue to forecheck, and now they have a whole bunch of life, extra life in their hearts for the comeback. So we'll see. Minute and a half in, not much to tell. A lot of play at the center of the arena. That'll slide harmlessly past. Gianluigi Rosa grabs possession. Oh, and Park went flying into the board. The Italians with numbers. Leperti poking it around. Along the edge. Italy has it. Push it back in, and now they press the attack. Big hit. Loose puck. Macri, the first scorer, leaves it back there for Leperti, who had the assist, and he chases Park, forces the giveaway, and the Italians have the puck, I think, and it's loose. And Korea comes out. The Italians very well defending this. Big hit, chance, a chance. And that was Leperti in great position. Has it again. He's had an assist. He has been all over the ice. A great game so far for Gregory Leperti. Dangerous play in front of his own net, but it's okay. A steal, but it's offside. So third period starting with a lot of back and forth and no real advantage. And there you see 88 Park go flying in to the wall. Three shots on goal in this one. There is the Italian opening ceremony flag bearer, Andrea Chiarotti, former able-bodied player, pioneer of Italian sledge hockey. Done so much for his sport. You see that story throughout these teams. Oh, here come the Italians now. It's Rosa letting it go. Gobbled up by you. Not much on it. No big deal. Korea putting some passes together now. And just as I say that, they miss on one for icing. The broadcaster's curse strikes again. Counting the minutes, Florian Planker has played 18 minutes. Gianluca Cavaliere has played 19. Those are the two leaders of 20 minutes for Gianluigi Rosa on the Italian side. For Korea, leading Minutemen. Jung, no surprise there with 18. And then 16 for Cho, 16 for Jang, 16 for Cho, and another 16 for Lee, 16 for Han, and 16 for Park. So several of their best players in a must-have situation. You know they're going to only log more ice time. And here's a chance for the Italians. Right into the glove of you. Makri, and to get two. And right about now, the Korean team and fans starts to look at that clock. 10:51. Plenty of time, but not that much time when you consider they've gone 30 minutes without scoring. Cake. Balasetti trying to move. Just got it out. No problem. So the team's still involved, still hunting a spot in the medal round. Sweden, Norway, Czech Republic, Korea, and Russia. 5 of the 8 playing today all have chances to make the medal round. It would require a lot of this and that, for instance, for Sweden to get in, but they could. Right here, it's very simple. Men in red, Korea, need 3 points. Then they'll put themselves in very good shape. They would be ahead of the Russians. The Russians play the U.S. later in this finale of Group B. And here comes an opportunity. Can he tie it up? Or can it take a 2-0 lead now? If Korea wins, they would jump ahead of Russia, but then Russia could reassume the lead in the chase. And a shot and a goal! There you see the mastery of Jung. He's so fast, but as he put on the brakes, he assessed the situation, looked around, and just ripped it past the Italian keeper, Arado. That's one time when Arado was left alone. The Italian defense nowhere to be seen, and he lifted it up and over the glove side. Coach Kim says, finally, finally. So, hope springs eternal, even more so now for the Koreans. Have to find a way to come up with another goal. He shut out for 35 minutes, and finally, a play that seemed harmless upon approach, but when you have a man as gifted as Jung, turns into a goal. Gianluigi Rosa, the Italian defender who doesn't mind wading onto the offensive end. You'll see him now press it even more. We'll see what that goal does for the psyche of the Koreans. So they start to dominate now because up the giveaway, and let's see how the Italians handle it. There's Plonker in front. He scores! Oh, that was devastating. Great pass. Florian Plonker, who is one of Italy's greatest players of all time. Look at that bench. Nothing to play for, but certainly a lot of emotion. Andrea Chiarotti on the assist. We saw that develop. Questionable puck handling in front of you. And the Italians made about 3 perfect passes. It ends up on the stick of Plonker, and just like that, we're right back where we were. It didn't take long, 47 seconds of tie game. It was right after I asked the question, would Korea seize this and now take the game over? I guess not. Incredible, the ebbs and flows of this game. Now Korea has to try to dig down and find a way to press and get another one to tie it. And the clock looms even bigger. Jung, the goal scorer, chasing. Wrapped around, kept in by Korea. They have numbers. Han, the hero of game 1, his shot's deflected out of harm's way. Coming down to 8 minutes left in this one. Wow. What a turnaround. What an emotional roller coaster there. 35:06, the goal by Jung ties it after they'd gone 35 minutes without scoring on the Italians. So they're on cloud 9 and right back in it, but then 47 seconds later, Florian Plonker from Chiarotti, and the Italians back in charge. Now Gianluigi Rosa sends in his man. The shot by Leperti. Oh, it looked like it might sneak by short side. Winkler sends it all the way around, and Leperti, who's played so well, so many minutes, gobbles it up, trying to just own the puck, lay on it, anything he can do to keep it from going the other way. Up, and the giveaway sends the Italians in again. Winkler trying to gather himself, can't get it, it's given away. Italians with 12 shots. Now they go behind their net, and Rosa, the man I've talked about, really impressed with his all-around game. And that'll be a penalty. And a power play on top of it. That will not help. As Sung Kim Jung will go 2 minutes. Teeing up Kim. Sung Yoon Kim, who will go 2 minutes for teeing. That is teeing. When you knock your opponent off of his sled by the front of your sled, making the form of a tee. So, potentially devastating situation here. The first power play for the Italians. The goal here would make it very difficult for Korea to come back. There just hasn't been enough scoring in this one. Just don't get the sense that Korea has 2 goals in them here. But we'll see. 6 minutes to go. Italians pressing the action on the power play. Up a man. Jung gets it and gives it away. Florian Plonker over to Gianluigi Rosa, and he'll just dump it into the corner all the way around where teammate Plonker is there. Italy's first power play of the game now will Girote gets involved. Planker back. Sends it in. It's blocked. All those are scary situations when the puck is right there. Rosa sends it back again. Now Planker. Oh, he takes it. He gives up the body to get the puck. Now Italy with big numbers. Winkler cannot catch up to it. Unable to complete the pass. Looked like they had a 3-on-1 forming. Jung over skates. .5:25 left. Korea knows they need a goal to tie. And the points they would get in a shootout win would not really be what they want. They want 3 points. The outright win would put tremendous pressure on the Russians. Winkler over skates. Really nothing doing for the Italians on the power play, and they have 15 seconds left, and here comes Korea. Cho lets it go, and it's knocked high and wide away by Arode. Oh, a big save there. Not sure whether that would have caught the top of the bar and gone in, but it was close enough, and now a giveaway and another one. Under 5 minutes to go. At some point, we will see the goalkeeper, Yu, vacate his office. Oh, right in front, a chance. A chance gone awry. I'll hold off on the pulled goalie situation for a minute here as we see Italy try to tack on another one. A big rebound, steered aside. The Italians doing a masterful job of keeping the puck buried in Korea's zone, therefore making it very difficult for them to come all the way down, put something together and score. But there's a chance there, and it's knocked down. They might as well try going lower because Arode has been very masterful on shots from distance that are coming in high. .351 remaining here at Shayba Arena in Sochi. The last game of the preliminary round in Group B. Suwon-ju, their best player, scored to tie it at 35:06. Yeah, happiness. Guess what? 47 seconds later, Florian Planker of the Italian team ties it up, and that's where we are. Reasserts the 2-1 lead. It's 2-1 in favor of Italy. Planker, the veteran forward, overcame a motorcycle accident at the age of 17 that resulted in the amputation of his left leg above the knee. But obviously, Florian Planker has become an elite athlete in ice sledge hockey. He represented Italy in alpine skiing at 3 editions of the Paralympic Winter Games from 1998 to 2006, and his best result, a bronze medal, came in the Super G competition in Salt Lake City's 2002 games. Now the 36-year-old who holds an accounting degree has decided that he likes this sport better. It's more family time, and an opportunity right in front. Where is the puck? Oh, and it was fired just wide. Planker said that there was just too much time that went into the skiing discipline of this Olympic pursuit, and ice sledge hockey, the timing was much better for his family life, and so he gave up a medal-winning career as a Paralympic alpine skier, and now he's one of the world's best hockey players. And a steal. And there is Planker. Gobbles it up. Hahn has it. It's taken away again. And now, Florian Planker coming in alone. He shoots. Oh, and it's just ticked wide by Yu. And we do look at the clock now and wonder when the Korean goalie will leave his office and they'll get the extra attacker on. You can't as long as the puck's in your zone, but we're getting down into that time. They can't let the clock tick down. Now they have it. You looking to the bench, when will he leave? Usually it's about around a minute, minute and a half. Unless they get a tremendous opportunity with a face-off deep in Italy's end. We'll see what happens. 2 minutes. And Yu is still in his ice, still in his crease. Two minutes. Has Yu left yet? All the way down. And fortunately he hadn't, because that would have gone in. But he has to be eyeing the bench, trying to find out when Coach Kim will turn him loose. Nice bit of back checking by Gianluigi Rosa. They cannot get Yu out. Maybe now, minute and a half, face off deep in Italy's zone. Maybe now is the time. Timeout for Coach Kim. I imagine when he called timeout, he'll get a little bit of rest for his weary best players who have logged big minutes. He'll take his goalkeeper out, put an extra attacker on, and try to tie this game up and force overtime. What a game. It was 1-0 for the longest time. Korea in a game, again, I just keep telling you if you joined us late, Korea's in a position to put themselves into the medal round with a win. They've been down the whole game, down 1-0 for 35 minutes. They tie it. 47 seconds later, Florian Planker of the Italians, and a bang-bang play, beats the Korean goalie Yu, and it's 2-1 again. So now, the best the coaches can do, diagram where they would like the puck to go, and now you look at the team stats, and you look at the face-off one, a staggering number. Korea has won 25 and lost 11 of the face-offs. They've won 25 of 36 face-offs. So this would favor the Koreans, which would be a good situation for them. Win the face-off, get control, move the puck around, get a shot on goal. They have the extra attacker because of that, and have people in front of the Italian goal. The puck doesn't go in, hope there's a rebound. They win the face-off. Planker sets it up. The rip. Does it get through? No. Minute 26. Gianluigi Rosa. They're just trying to get it out of their zone. Rosa. Oh, it's back. They can't get it out. Where is it? Chung has it now. Rosa has it. Clears it. And it's through. That will not go in, but it will definitely hurt the chances of the Koreans as the time continues to tick down. They'll get a face-off, and the Italians will take the face-off. Yes, it's deep in their own zone, but better that than running around, chasing the puck in their own zone without a good defensive formation. So, again, the Korean goalie's told they have to win to have a chance to advance to the medal round. What can they do here in the final seconds? Incredible drama. They're right in front and set up. Set up nicely. Oh, and the opportunity goes wide. We're down to 47 seconds left. Hahn, stick handles. It goes behind and deep into the Italian zone. And what is the call? Looks like an icing. Oh, look at that chance. He just flicked it right in front. An absolutely expert pass. Just perfect. Nobody there. Q comes back into the goal. That'll take more time to get him out and get the attacker back on. So the last few seconds of Korea's medal hope right here. And this will lock up a spot for Russia in the medal round, regardless of what happens in their game with the U.S. A chance. On. Stolen. Knocked in. Yu can't even get out of his own crease. What a deflating feeling for the Koreans. They're not going to be able to get much done unless it's a miracle here in the last seconds. They're going to need a shot to go in from way outside. Oh, almost. And a bit of a scrum at the end here as the frustration from Jung carries over, but that'll all go away. They'll shake hands shortly. Two of the best players, immense respect between Rosa and Jung. Just came in and crushed him. But the story, that last little flick, the final save for Gabriel Arado. And there it is, Italy finally with a win. Their first points of this tournament leaves them with 3. Korea has 2. So the US and Russia now have clinched spots. We knew the US was in. Russia clinches a spot in the medal round, so when the US and Russia meet later in the final game of the preliminary round, it will strictly be for medal round positioning. Whoever finishes on top of Group B would avoid the powerhouse Canadians in the first round of the medal. What a game, and what a statement for the character of the Italian team. Nothing to play for, no chance to get into the medal round, but they play spoiler, and that man, Arada, the goalie, the backup, was exceptional. A difficult day for the Koreans, who coming in had so much to play for, and a reasonable chance that with a win, they would cheer on the U.S., and the U.S. could possibly beat the Russians and bring Korea into the medal round. That won't happen. Italy 2, Korea 1. In their final games of the preliminary round, they will play on in games to decide other places, but it will not be in the medal round. So, the Russians doing some celebrating. It takes a lot of pressure off of their game with the U.S. Now they're strictly playing to avoid playing Canada in the first round of the medal round. But that USA-Russia game is always interesting. And then you have the other Group A games still to follow in Shayba Arena as we wrap up preliminary round play here at the Sochi Paralympic Games ice sledge hockey tournament. And the crowd and the players share moments of mutual admiration. Yeah, maybe some celebration after the game. That's been one of the stories here. Tremendous crowds in one of the most popular sports in any Paralympic competition. Ice sledge hockey. Arado, the backup keeper, absorbing his last few seconds of satisfaction on the ice. Final numbers. Shots, not too much. Penalty minutes, really not a big deal. Korea had 2 power plays, unable to convert. Every little thing mattered. And you see the face-offs one. Korea had dominated that crucial statistic, but unable to put enough together. Unable to get another goal. So there you have it, 6 and 4. And there are, at the top, your 2 teams headed to the medal round. You don't know what order because you see the Russians could pass the United States with a win, and they mean. Mockery with the first goal. Jung tied it up, and Florian Plonker with the game winner. Korea not able to advance to the medal round. They had a golden opportunity, and the Canadians will be here soon.